Hello and welcome to Peacock TV. I'm Elektra.
And I'm Toussaint. On today's news, big drama is back on campus, but this time it's on purpose. The Argus Eye Drama Society is hitting the stage again after a long pandemic break. But not everything is a standing ovation. Budget cuts is making waves at St. Peter's.
Need to de-stress from all the campus chaos? We're taking you inside the Wellness Center for some much-needed relaxation. And speaking of cool under pressure, senior Ashby Vining is wrapping up his college career with style.
Celebrate! Springfest is back and it's bringing the vibes. And right after, we'll take a look at Campus Kitchen's new campus closet reopening. The club has been rebuilding after a long hiatus, with fresh leadership and a focus on modernizing the way student theater works. We spoke to the president and the vice president of the club, and this is what they had to say. With plan for performance later next semester and big productions in the works, the Argus Eye Drama Society will once again light up the stage, and everyone is invited to take part. The Argus Eye Drama Society isn't just about putting on plays. It's about building a community, a creative space where students can grow, express, and collaborate.
Argus Eye is now going to be run totally by students, and we're actually already creating some new student-made plays, which are going to be the first productions that we do this upcoming year. And we're going to have a whole lot in store. We got some workshops planned for this spring, and next fall we're going to be having a major theater production.
I didn't know Argus Eye ever existed, so that's the reason I wanted a platform, and I came and I got to know that because of COVID, it shut down. So, and I guess before one more reason, I don't remember right now, but yeah, so I just wanted to bring it back, and like people started, not show up because of COVID, and that's the reason I guess it's hard to bring all people together right now.
Named after the many-eyed figure from Greek mythology, Argus Eye reflects St. Peter's mascot, Pete the Peacock, symbolizing vision, imagination, and the power of storytelling. After several attempts to revive the club post-COVID-19, the semester marks a turning point and possibly the beginning of the next act for St. Peter's theater community. Now moving on to more campus news, Elektra, take it away.
Thank you, Rose. In recent news, an email from the Office of the VP of Finance outlined certain precautionary measures the university will be taking in order to, quote, mitigate a projected operating deficit, end quote, caused by recent actions taken by the federal government. The measures that have most affected the student and staff community on campus have to do with student employment, shuttle services, and custodial services. Many student workers employed on federal funds have seen a steep decline in the hours they are now allowed to work, with one student having lost her position entirely. Angelis Pabon Cruz, a freshman working in the admissions department, recounts the changes made to their schedule and how it has affected them.
In my job, hour cuts were kind of something that I've seen before, but this one was like the most that I got cut. I ended up with having 13 hours a week to having 6 a week. So there was 2 weeks where I just worked 4 hours, and that can be difficult because I have stuff to pay, I have stuff to do, and it's not going great right now.
Aside from student workers, campus safety has also seen its own changes. The shuttle buses meant to run each day have taken a decline. Scott Torrey, the director of campus safety, explains the changes made.
We made the decision to reduce the number of hours that the shuttles are going to be doing. So what we've done, due to reduced ridership, we've eliminated the weekend shuttles. We also reduced the shuttles on Tuesdays and Fridays, trying to trim our budget, keep the numbers where they need to be.
These changes have taken away many working hours from shuttle drivers like Lorenzo Pickett.
I heard from a few students that the shuttle is no longer running on the weekends, and that was later on confirmed by my director. Hours were cut and people were affected. It did vary, the hours and days, But ultimately, it is something that affects everyone when they're not able to, you know, financially support themselves when budget cuts are happening and they can't work.
Although these changes are meant to aid the university in keeping itself financially above water, it is effectively doing the opposite for those who have been impacted by these changes. Student workers, campus safety staff, and custodians make up the majority of the campus community. This depletion in their hours and job availability negatively impacts their ability to keep themselves financially afloat. These changes, though, are speculated to not be an isolated circumstance. Rather, similar changes and depletions are believed to have taken effect in the previous year. This theory invokes the question to students that if this happens again next year, how will the university balance its precautionary financial measures while ensuring support for those who will be directly financially impacted by their operations? Spring has been in full swing at St. Peter's University as the Student Entertainment Board brought the energy with their annual SEB Springfest. The week kicked off with some serious vibes. DJ Bingo had students dancing between calls and winning fun prizes. Midweek, things got even more exciting with a classic carnival day, where the campus lawn transformed into a playground of games, snacks, and plenty of photo-worthy moments. But the crowd favorite, the petting zoo, where students got to relax with adorable animals because nothing says final season stress relief like a goat selfie. Then came the grand finale, Peacock Palooza, a carnival-themed blowout featuring aerial dancing, wild carnival games, and a night of unforgettable partying under the stars. From laughter to lights, SEB gave students a week to remember. One thing's for sure, peacocks know how to party.
Thank you, Elektra, for that important update. In other news, the energy on campus just doesn't slow down, especially on the field. We're turning our attention to the Diamond, where a senior baseball star is wrapping up his final season with the Peacocks.
On this senior profile, I had the chance to talk to senior catcher Ashby Vining about his thoughts on his final season, plans for after graduation, and what he will miss most on his baseball journey.
I'm enjoying it. You know, they say your senior year is your last year, and especially I think it is 3 weeks left of school. So just making sure I get all my schoolwork in. Yeah, but it's awesome, and it's just really fun looking into the future. And although college is supposed to be the funnest time of your life, at some point you have to move on, and I definitely think I'm ready for it. Yeah, so my future plans is I'm actually getting married in 4 months to my beautiful fiance Emily. I do have a job lined up. It does have to do with baseball. I'm not technically allowed to say yet, but yeah. So I'm definitely looking at playing baseball at the next level for sure, and having a little entertainment within it of something called a little bit of banana ball. But that's just a rumor going around, so I can't confirm or deny it. But that's probably what my future plans looking like. Yeah.
Ashby says what he'll miss the most from playing baseball is the relationships he has made along the way.
Yeah, I would just say the relationships you build, whether it's with my professors, my teammates, my coaches, or even just coming to St. Peter's, being in the city. A guy from South Carolina, just when my fiance and my parents come up, we go to New York City and just get to explore and really live life. So I think just getting to see everything, and then of course missing the guys. When we go on bus trips, winning's really fun and things like that, but it's the bus trips and the relationships and the hangouts, and those are things you don't forget. So I'm definitely going to miss a lot of that.
Ashby is most excited about getting married to his fiance this coming September.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess spending the rest of my life with the one of my dreams. So we're high school sweethearts. We've been dating 4 years, and then like I said, we're getting married in 4 months. So yeah, I mean, just being able to be with each other every day. We've kind of done long distance the past 2 years, and she's come up, and it's nice, but just to start a family and to come home every day to someone you love is what I'm really excited about.
And now let's hear about the Wellness Center from Emily Avila.
Thank you, Elektra. Feeling stressed, finals got you ready to rip your hair out? Well, you're in luck, because the Wellness Center, located on the second floor of the O2 Library, allows students and staff to take beginner-level classes like yoga, cardio dance, meditation, and Zumba to slow down, de-stress, and focus on both their physical and mental health.
Okay, first stretch. the idea for the wellness studio really came after the pandemic when we were all gone for a while off campus. And then when we returned, it was a weird time. Everybody was kind of stressed out and, kind of afraid of each other, all that kind of thing. And we were talking amongst ourselves about practices that we had that helped us through the pandemic. And we realized that a lot of us had practices like yoga and meditation and dance. We also had this room, which at the time was a conference room that wasn't really being used that very much. And we made a wellness studio out of it.
I used to give yoga classes in the rec center, and sometimes for the teams, and then weekly for faculty, staff, student body. And after the pandemic hit and there was lockdown, student activities approached me to do some Zoom yoga classes while we were on lockdown. And I did that for some time for the student body and also faculty and staff. Then when we came back in person, we didn't really have a venue anymore for my yoga classes. So sometimes every year since the pandemic has been sort of strides forward. And when we first were in person, it was very hard to get students to come out to events and to attend things in person. And then it's been getting a little better each year. So I love it when the students get excited and get on board, and especially when they make a commitment to attend on a regular basis. And I know that there are other colleagues of mine who are doing different kinds of wellness classes there who have also been very pleased at the communities that are being built around these classes.
So I really liked that it was a beginner friendly. You didn't have to show up every time. She was always super nice, and it was just kind of a way to relax after classes for free. And it was nice to, stretch my body, take some breaks, work out on campus.
Whether you're looking to recharge or just take a break from school, the Wellness Center is here to help you feel your best. Be sure to take advantage of these classes next semester the next time you're feeling stressed.
The Campus Closet is officially back at St. Peter's University. After a brief relocation, Campus Ministry has reopened the space following the university's decision to end its partnership with the local church that once housed both the campus kitchen and closet. Now, fully returned to its home on campus, the closet is once again providing students with access to free clothing, essentials, and a sense of community, all in a more accessible and central location. Students and volunteers said that they're excited to continue the mission of support and dignity right in the heart of student life.
Well, that's a wrap on Peacock TV today. Have a nice summer, everyone. I'm Elektra Hannah.
And I'm Rose Toussaint, signing off.